New York City faces a rising tide of climate change. Hurricane Sandy was a wake up call where communities along Manhattan's East River were hit hard in 2012. The devastation led to the creation of the East Side Coastal Resiliency Project in 2021. It involved elevating the park by an average of 8 to 9 feet above its existing level to provide flood protection. The first phase of the project is over, and the southern end of the park is once again full of people while construction continues in the northern section. The rebuilt Phase 1 section includes a new concrete amphitheater, brand new tennis and basketball courts, and wide open playfields now used daily by kids and adults. The historic Fireboat House in the revitalized park was a long-time home for the Lower East Side Ecology Center. It now stands abandoned as part of the park's redevelopment. A new facility for the Ecology Center has been planned, but construction is still underway. This rebuilding, however, did not happen without controversy, especially with the displeasure of some local residents.
Save East River Park! Save East River Park! We need oxygen! We need oxygen! Save East River Park! Save East River Park! We need oxygen!
Pat Arnau's organization, East River Park Action, challenged the proposed plan.
They changed the plan and decided they were going to destroy our entire park. I thought, no, we're not going to let this go without saying anything. Some of the park would have had to have been destroyed because they did need to have flood protection, but they could have simply built a wall along the FDR. It would have protected us from the noise. And we wouldn't have had to destroy so much of the existing biodiversity, the trees, the playgrounds. We had many demonstrations, marches, rallies, press conferences, testified at hearings over and over again, and we lost. So they started destroying the park. In 2021, I think we did succeed in getting the phasing for the park. I don't know that that would have happened without us. They are supposedly leaving us 42% of the park at all times.
Malcolm Oroz, professor of environmental studies at NYU, is working on a book about the project.
Places that disproportionately have fewer trees and have more paved areas, which create kind of hotter conditions in general. So the city, part of the kind of resilience strategy was to also plant more trees in these neighborhoods around the park. You can't lift the whole park without destroying those trees. It wasn't possible to just remove the trees and plant them back in. Not sure exactly why. I think it has to do with the roots. The root systems get too extensive.
To offset the loss of mature trees, authorities have begun replanting with a pledge to plant a total of 1,000 new trees throughout the revitalized park. But for now, these are young saplings. And without the old canopy, much of the park remains without shade. The new park is different, quieter, and still evolving. But for many who fought for it, it remains an essential part of their homes.
This is my favorite spot here. I missed it the 3.5 years that the park was closed, this part of the park. I missed it because I can see the tidal currents moving under the bridge. So despite how sterile this park is, I'm happy to have it back.